Good day, everybody. You think your pandemic is real? You think all of your testing that you're seeing is real? No. The pandemic is real, but what your government is doing is wasting billions of dollars on false testing, false promises like hospitals, false everything. And who's involved? Every one of your parties, your liberals, your NDP, and your conservatives. We're going to watch Mrs. Elliott here get embarrassed of the COVID-19 testing right now.
Next question, Member for Lanark from Kingston. My question is to the Premier. Our COVID policies and the risk that they pose requires an honest and forthright discussion. Dr. Yeadon, a former chief scientist with the pharmaceutical giant Pfizer, has stated, and I quote, "Most, if not all, of the PCR tests result in false positives due to high CT thresholds." Juliet Morrison, a virologist at the University of California, states, and I quote, "Any test with a cycle threshold above 35 is too sensitive." The Public Health Agency of Canada reported in May of this year that testing over 25 cycles provides dubious results. The prestigious Oxford professor Dr. Carl Hennigan has stated a PCR test does not equal COVID-19. Speaker, my question to the Premier is, your testing creating both a false understanding of the risk as well as false positives?
Right there, he is explaining to you that it doesn't equal up to the testing. So if he's telling you it doesn't equal up to the testing, then how real is their testing that they're giving out? As they're having it all across pharmacies across Toronto, as they have it all across everywhere. Millions of dollars across Ontario and Canada are being spent on false testing. Let's pay attention a bit more.
Thank you, Speaker. The PCR testing is very effective in areas where there are outbreaks. It has proven to be so. We are receiving that information. We need that information in order to take action. We have taken action on several fronts in terms of limiting unmonitored social gatherings, limiting capacities in restaurants and bars, and in other actions that we've taken. But I'm not quite sure what the member is suggesting. Are you suggesting we don't do any testing? We just stop testing?
So, are they suggesting that they don't do any testing? No, you should continue wasting millions of dollars on some testing that doesn't work.
Is that the reaction that we should be taking with this? What else would you suggest?
Back to the Premier, and I'm glad that question was posed. On July 30th, the Deputy Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Barbara Yaffe, stated, and I quote, "Our testing can result in over 50% false positives. That is, the person actually doesn't have COVID. They have something else." Or,
did you hear that? That the person absolutely doesn't have COVID or something else. And they know they are making up numbers and costing us millions and billions of dollars upon this.
they have nothing. She has also called for limits on testing of asymptomatic people, while the government calls for more. Another contradiction in a long list of COVID contradictions. We know high false positive rates are due to high CTs, and Canadian and world experts agree it should not be more than 25 cycles. Yet, according to the Journal of Virology, Ontario labs are testing samples at 38 to 45 cycles.
38 to 45 cycles, and it's not supposed to be any more than 25, and they're wondering how the number of cases are going up. And you have your media like CP24 News, you have Global News, City Toronto News, you have them all pushing all of this. As you have me, the lone wolf, coming out here, running against the Smarties parties, and of course, they kicked this gentleman, Randy, out of Parliament. They haven't seen nothing until Phil Ryerson gets there.
That's what needs to be done. Speaker, to the Premier, when did the Premier become aware of these faulty tests and practices, and why have you done nothing to fix them since at least July?
I would say that
They know that it's been false testing since July at least. And they are wasting billions of dollars on taxpayers' money that Justin Trudeau has given over. And all of a sudden, you hear Doug Ford going, we have more hospitals coming out. This is his right-hand man right here. This is what she is to him. And all of your parties together know they are costing us billions of dollars on false testings. What a disgrace so far.
There are zero inconsistencies coming from our public health experts. Dr. Yaffe has clarified what she indicated before. What she indicated before was that the PCR testing is very effective in areas where we are having outbreaks, such as what we're seeing in various parts of the province right now.
And you hear the gentleman going 38 to 45. They are overdoing the testing when it's supposed to be only 25. She is making up lies and excuses. She's going to come out there and go, this is what we need. We don't need more false testing for them to put money in their fucking pockets.
In Ottawa and in Toronto, we need that testing to make those decisions. We are taking action where we need to take action. We're looking at other methods of testing as well. Some of the antigen testing is looking very promising. It looks as if Health Canada is...
If that is their promising testing, like this testing that they know that they're giving out that isn't real. What a fucking disgrace. Our Canadian government really is, and your media pushes false presentations, false pretenses, false everything across Ontario. Wow. Just wow.